You guys are about to see something that I still don't believe. Oh, hang on. 1 second. Bimini top priorities. As I was saying, you guys are going to see something. Hang on. You guys are about to see something I don't even believe. Look at this. What? Who the heck is that? If you guys are saying, Captain Rick, you are one lucky SOB, yeah, I think that about sums it up. Alright. Ciao, ciao, Tiki.
Bye, Tiki.
Back soon. See you later. Look at that. Who's that hot mama? Yeah, nice dress, new hair. Wow. Somebody's feeling good.
È un dia precioso, il mare sta un encanto. Vamos, guapa.
Heinzki y Joniki.
Yeah.
O Heinzki, perdón, Heinzki y el acuario. O Heinzki y Roseski.
Vamos, guapa. Qué lindo lugar. Qué lindo lugar. Allora, estoy con Diana. No me expliqué nada, ma porque está una sorpresa para todos. Para mí, porque algo diferente. Para mí, porque algo diferente. Para Rick, porque sé que le va a gustar. Y para vosotros también, no sé. Vamos a ver lo que penséis cuando me miréis. Para el momento, vi dejo in suspense.
Yulitza.
Yulitza, you speak English?
I speak English.
Oh, well, I speak Spanish, guys, today because, you know, all the time that I'm in front of the camera is not very good for me. I need to learn easy, simple, and I'm comfortable if you speak in Spanish. But Yalisa, I think so, is not a big problem for she. I don't know.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Hola. Diana.
Hola, Rick.
All good?
¡Mua! Traemos una princesa nueva.
What did you?
Come que no le gusto.
¿Cómo que no?
Wow, your hair grows fast.
You did good, Maddie.
What?
Yeah, worry.
Worried?
Yeah, I know it's late. But
Oh, you disappeared. Your phone stopped working all of a sudden.
yeah,
wonder what
I
happened.
understand because Diana tried to send me a message too before, but never.
But then at least Mario got messaged out, so then I knew you were alright. Cute. Whoa, that's long hair.
Oh yeah.
You is the one here that asked me how long hair. Now you have.
Pelo así.
Oh, todo el
Yeah,
mundo piensa en eso.
And all is very,
Eso se ve lindo.
very strong for me to change.
On the back.
But
You had all
Mario,
that done this afternoon then?
yeah, but Mario when I arrived and he showed me, wow, big change.
I think you will enjoy this night.
Uh-oh.
Hay que ponérselas.
Ooh.
Esa es la
I'm not
propia
lighting
Paola.
Wow. That was some work, huh? Wasn't expecting that.
Kiss.
Oh. Looks cute.
Yeah.
Did it hurt?
No.
Pull higher, tight, or anything?
Everybody. When I was in the motorcycle with her,
Yeah.
everybody. Wow.
You see the police, man, they use stop
Yeah,
us.
the police also.
White girl with island hair?
Muy linda, pero
I thought we said no tourists.
Is she an actress?
Famous girl, yeah. Yep, today's the day. We finally get started at next round of upgrades on our electrical system. And today we need to replace our main power wire that comes from the solar panels through the service area at the back and into where the solar controller is right there. So that's today's project, because that's our one limiting factor and why I can't get more than 100 amps at 12 volts DCs, because right now we're restricted to just what that one controller can put out, and it's a 100 amp controller. But it'll put out 100 amps even at 24 volts, which is why part 2 of our system upgrade is going to be changing over our battery system to a 24 volt configuration. That's not today, but that's what's coming. Today's just step 1. But today, you see these two power wires. The blue one here is the positive, the black one is the negative, and these are the two heavy-duty cables that bring the high voltage power from the solar panels at the back all the way into the controller right here. This cable is more than heavy enough to handle the amount of power coming back from all the solar panels combined, but that's the problem. It's doing it combined, so we can only hook it up to one controller. So what I need to do is take this cable here that we're running through, but then you see this is all the high voltage cable that we use for our actual solar panel wiring. So this is all proper wiring for the solar panels. We're going to run 2 pairs of this wire down from back there to the controllers, and that way we can isolate them. So we're going to run these 2 pairs of wires back into the control box here, and 1 pair of wires will be hooked up to the 100 amp for the solar panels that are on the top of the Dodger, the Bimini, everything else. And then we got this extra controller here that you see. This is a 70 amp controller, and it's going to be hooked up to the panels that are on the side rails, because they're 18 volts in series, so we've got 36 volt circuit. We'll parallel those and put them into this one right here. That will give us more power available, because now we can handle up to 100 amps here and 70 amps here. So now we'll have 170 amp maximum, whereas our output with this upgrade should come out around 120 to 130, somewhere around there. But again, we won't know until we actually hook it all up and see how it runs. So for now, I got to get back to putting these wires in because I need to reconnect them at the back. And that's going to be done with all of these connectors here. That's what you see here. These are all the Renogy solar connectors that we brought in when we hooked up all the panels back, and I ordered in enough so that when I did do this round of upgrades, I'd have enough here. So that's what all these extras are for. And you see these are 2-into-1 connectors because I'm going to take the 2 cables coming down from above, combine them into one pair that's going to run forward. So I've already gone through all my connectors and got these 2 pairs made up, and this is what's going to hook up our new system. So this is what I have to install in the back service area where I'm running the 2 new wires from. So all I'm doing is just gently pulling the lines through now. I've got them taped together. The old line basically taped to the new line, all 4 of them to these 2, pulling them all through together with that extra piece of line that you saw, the rope, and that's just an extra fishing line so that if we want to pull anything through in the future without having to actually pull one of our cables out to do so, we've got another line in there that we can use for that. So I'm just gently pulling these through while it feeds in at the back, and hopefully it doesn't snag on anything. And then hopefully we'll get all of our lines right here, be able to hook them up. Okay, I see 2 coming through. Hey. Oh, there they are, but just got a little tight. Better go check my feed at the back. Okay, all set. All right. Perfect. And from here, I'm going to run enough line through that I can take it down to this second controller, because this one will be moving down into here as well. We'll keep them all together, and then we're going to ventilate this one box and pump all the heat outside of the box. Perfect. Alright, that looks about it right there. Bueno. Okay, not sure how much you guys can see back here, but basically we can see we got in all the MC4 connectors installed and hooked up. So these are replacing the old splices that I had in here with the old wiring and all the new wiring. These are the 2 new wires that are heading into the battery compartment forward. This is one of the solar banks here, another solar bank coming down from the roof, so they're isolated now. This is the second set here. I didn't have enough of the MC4 connectors, so I just put butt connectors with heat shrink on those, which is the perfect size, and they're nice and clean and sealed up, so they should be no problem. So next, we'll have to tidy up the wiring, obviously, and tie it down so it doesn't chafe when we're sailing. But that is the install back here. So everything here is hooked up and ready. So now we go check. So all systems are working, functioning properly, but yeah, look at this. See, this is my old bridge connectors. So this is what I used to use for bridging all the different wires together from the different solar banks into the main power terminals, and look at that. That one is just completely corroded through again. Yeah, you know, I really soak these things down with Corrosion X, but that doesn't stop corrosion from getting inside some of these wires. But of course, that's because I was using shit wire. This is the stuff I've been using, and again, it's just because this is all that was available, but it's just an automotive type wiring for, you know, performance stereo systems, stuff like that. So it's not really meant for continuous load, running as many amps as what we were running. It's meant for surge power, like a stereo. Typically just the most power is used in the base of the system. But now we've upgraded all systems to proper Renogy power cables, so we shouldn't have any problems at all anymore. The last system, I mean, I used that wiring knowing it was going to have to be replaced at some point, but it's what I could get at the time, so you use what you got, you know what I'm saying? But I kept an eye on it, and I could tell it ran a lot of heat. There was always a lot of heat at some of the ends of it, so I knew it was going to burn out in the near future, and that's why we had to do this upgrade. And now the upgrade is done, we've also increased our performance by quite a bit, because by separating the load from one regulator into 2 regulators, now we've got each one running at a much more efficient rating, because it's not generating nearly as much power from just one regulator, depending on everything there. This one was running, when I tested it last week, at 130 degrees Fahrenheit, because it was running at full power for hours a day, and it was generating a lot of heat. It's running at full power right now for about an hour already. But yeah, if we look at it, we can test it with our little temperature gauge. 99 degrees. 99 degrees. Yeah, so it's made a huge difference. And basically, we have split the load between the different systems, and so now there's a lot less heat being generated by each of them, and even both combined aren't generating nearly as much heat because they're not operating at full capacity all the time. Makes a big difference. Next part of the upgrade is going to be to upgrade to 24 volts. That's going to lessen the current by half again, and that means they should be running almost cool all the time. So it'll be a lot less heat because at 24 volts we can generate the same amount of power with half the amperage. And amperage is where the heat comes from, voltage not so much, but the amperage is where the heat generates, and that's why it's crucial to have really heavy duty cables when you're running high amperage, because you need as low a resistance in the line as possible. The longer the line, the heavier the cable needs to be in order to decrease the resistance so that the power actually gets through without losing it all in line losses to resistance. So, all in all, not bad. We'll test it out over time, but so far we're running at full power, everything's running perfectly, and now we just wait and watch. We've got some cloudy weather coming the next couple days, so that's why I wanted to optimize efficiency a little bit again and see what happens. But we won't really know the full power of the system until we get a couple of really sunny days and see how much difference it makes. So as you can see, we're running almost full power right here, about 1300 watts. We should be capable of more now, but it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We got partial cloud cover, so 1300 is good. That's 100 amps of output. You can see we're putting 75 amps into the batteries after you deduct all the loads that we're running right now, refrigeration, freezer, stuff like that. So both systems are working. So here is the 100 amp system, and you can see these are the new wires running here, and I've just looped them around and across the top so that there's an extra loop, because these wires need to come down through here to go over to here where it's going to be mounted in the future. So for now it's still mounted here, but I'm going to put it down beside this one over here. This is the secondary set of wires here, so they've already run down behind the hot water tank and just below and across and straight into the inputs. So that's the 70 amp charger, so it's working now, and big difference in temperature, that much I can tell you. Yeah, big difference. And now the other difference in the system you can see on my Victron Connect app is that we've got an extra product there. So there's now 4 different products, and we can look at each one of them individually to see what each one is doing. So the summary is on the Smart BMV. So we bring that up, and you can see our charge is only at 37%, obviously because I've had the solar network disconnected all day. So that didn't help charging today, but we needed to get the job done. So you can see it's putting out 64 amps of current, you know, just by where my thumb is there. That's what the summary is of charges versus loads. So we're drawing some, charging some. Now we can switch back. Now we got the Multi Plus, which is just the inverter, or we got the Dodger and Arch panels. So I got them labeled into different categories. So now we've split them into Dodger and Arch panels. We'll load that up, and they are putting out 699 watt, well, whatever it is right now, but 600 and something watts. So that's what that system is putting out. And down here you can see it's putting out at 13.3 volts. That's putting out 50 amps. So that's cool. Then we switch over to the other one, which is the rail and bimini panels. And the rail and bimini panels are putting out 630 watts. You can see right there, which translates to 45 amps. So all in all, we're still getting our 100 amps right now, but the sun is going down. It's already almost 2:30, so we're not going to get any more power, I don't think, for the rest of the day, other than, you know, we're maxed out around 1250 to 1300 watts. But we will keep an eye on it and see how it works over time. And hopefully we get some sunny days, we can get a real test of it and see what our capabilities have increased by. That'll be cool. So, look forward to that. Alright, well, somehow we find a taxi that fit all of us in. It's a nice taxi too, actually. So we are on our way to Deanna's house for lunch.
Yep. Oh, how are you?
Hola, amigo.
Oh, Wilfredo. Wilfred.
Wilfred, Alfredo.
because we've been in some junkers recently. That's a nice taxi. Diana!
Hola, guapa.
Adelante, bienvenido.
¿Tenemos una amiga más?
Bienvenida. Hola. ¿Cómo estás?
Hola, Cami. ¿Cómo estás?
Bien, hola, Sasha.
You go. Well, as much as it pains me, unfortunately I can't use any of the audio from inside the house, because once we went inside there was commercial music playing in the background all the time, and you know what that means. Copyright infringement. But needless to say, we had an awesome afternoon, and for those of you interested, this is Deanna's family's vacation rental here in San Andres. They've got many different rooms and configurations available, so I'll give you a quick tour and I'll leave a link in the description where you can find out anything you want. Oh, and for those of you wondering about our intermittent use of the face mask, well, let's just say that we're fortunate enough to be in San Andres, an island that has been virus-free for quite some time, so cheers to that.
Diana told me that he had another guest room for the friend if somebody want to stop it here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
I see seahorses.
Fancy horses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this she made hot.
It's like macrame with shells?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. She loves me something like this. Oh, it's so nice. They have a television. Here. Oh, this is the closet.
That's your new home.
Ah! Bad capital.
I'm not a bad captain. I would have turned the light on for you.
I don't have any window. You won't kill me? Or like is somebody asked for me.
Uh-huh. Oh, somebody will be looking for you soon, I know. Nice place. What?
I need to make you something now or when we come back on board?
Oh, that means that she need to kick my ass. Might as well kick it now. She got me again, but remember, payback comes. And Mario and Diana cooked us an excellent rendition of the traditional San Andres dish called rondon, a big mix of dumplings and vegetables with pork and fish, all boiled down in a reduced coconut milk. Yum. Banging coconuts on the ground like a monkey.
We need to work it for grind all the coconuts for make a rondon. It's a typical dish of San Andres. Oh, nice.
Almost.
They don't have an armor. Okay, I think so we can go up and we ask to the lady, to Diana, if it is okay like that. Hola, buenas.
I think he was talking to me.
I think so, no.
Yeah, I think so, no, too.
Oh, you know, oh my, all the time we wait, you just have the, oh, look your mom.
No. We very good. Oh, don't let it fall.
Okay, enjoy everybody.
Mi chiquita, bebecita, qué loquita. Yo quisiera verte a ti, de solita, tu sonrisa. Yo te quiero amarte a ti. ¿Qué me está pasando a mí? Tú me estás tentando a mí. Y yo aquí pensando en ti. Ven cerquita, bebecita, ese cuerpo tuyo yo la tengo conocida. Yo me vuelvo loco y te lo quita. No vas a salir herida.